Alright, guys. We have gameplay. We now have gameplay of Tears of the Kingdom. And, how glorious it is. How glorious. I'm gonna say right now, all of my concerns, all of my fears for this game have completely been subverted. I am now convinced. Now, upon the surface, it doesn't really look that different, but there's a lot of mechanics, a lot of the runes, and particularly like the sword fighting and just all the fighting in general. And just the way you traverse the terrain is completely different. It's going to make for a whole new Legend of Zelda experience. So let's get on with this, shall we?
Hello everyone, I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series.
Okay. What have you got for us, Mr.
First,
Eiji Aonuma?
I have some news. Development on The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is now complete.
Well, yay! That's
Thank you
good.
very much for waiting.
That's very good. No more
Many
delays.
of you are looking forward to this game, and we've released a few
Many,
trailers so far.
many. I think it's one of the most
Although
anticipated
it'll
games.
just be a brief glimpse, I'm going to actually play the game for you all today and show you what it's like.
All right. Yeah. Let's go,
Okay.
man.
Let's begin.
Okie dokie. Here we
we
go.
are in the land of Hyrule.
Okay. Let's take a moment and just look at everything here. Yeah, it really doesn't look too different. I mean, obviously there's some differences with Link. I mean, his hair is a little bit different. It looks like he's got a little more longer hair. That's not a bad thing. I actually like it. I don't know. Is that maybe something that you can do in this game? Can you customize your hairdo? I know you can customize your outfits and whatnot, but like his hairdo thing, that would be pretty awesome. Also, just taking a quick look at this, everything seems the same, though I do notice a couple things up in the left-hand corner, the top left-hand corner, where you toggle your weapons and your shields. Where the runes used to be is now an apple icon, which tells me that you can now toggle. You can do a quick toggle of food, which is amazing because you had to go through all the menus just to get to your freaking food and munch down food. It was really annoying in the original one. So, what does that mean for the runes then? Well, see that little left bumper icon? Well, we'll be seeing that just in a little bit, shall we? So let's keep going.
Like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, there's a vast world to explore. Of course, it's not just the same world as is. It's changed in many ways. If we talk about all of the changes today, we'll run out of time, so we hope you'll seek them out for yourself when the game launches.
Okay, let's take a moment to pontificate what he said. He said, if we talk about all the changes that were made, we run out of time today. So clearly, despite the fact that it looks the same, I mean, like literally the visual art looks exactly one-to-one from Breath of the Wild. And that's not a bad thing, you know. I mean, they may have tweaked some of the visuals, but you know, we're not here to talk about that. The changes, it's deep down, it's underneath what you see. It's the mechanics, it's all the way that you interact with the world. I mean, even what he just shows here is very basic, so but let's keep on going and just see exactly what he's talking about.
In this game, the vast world of Hyrule reaches high into the sky. You'll notice some landmasses floating up there. We call them Sky Islands.
Sky Islands. Got the sky. So,
you're probably wondering something. How do you get to the Sky Islands when they're so high up?
Okay, this is clearly, I think I know exactly where he is, and you can see that there's no more shrine. So, like, right here, there should be the shrine. In the original Breath of the Wild, there was a shrine here. So where's the shrine? I'm wondering, where are the shrines? That's like, have they gotten rid of them entirely and just gone back to basic dungeons? I'm wondering how they're gonna do it in this one because we've seen no, we've seen absolutely no evidence that there's shrines in this game so far, and this is just a little personal thing. I'm actually wondering, instead of starting on the Great Plateau where you started on Breath of the Wild, if you actually start on one of those sky islands. So you start off on like one of the biggest ones and you have to work your way and you have to do something similar to in Breath of the Wild. You just have like a little thing. You gotta get the glider, you gotta get the runes in order to descend. And that's what I'm wondering because that's the whole point of the whole point of the Great Plateau was to kind of give you a big wide open space for you to explore all the new mechanics that Breath of the Wild offer. So it would make sense if you started on a sky island so you kind of understood the mechanics of how this game works and how the sky islands work. That's just kind of my thing on that. So that's just my personal headcanon. It makes sense
If we
to
take
me.
a look, oh, something's falling from the sky. Do you see it?
It's a
I wonder what
comet.
that is. Let's head over to it.
It's a comet.
We're almost at the spot where the object fell.
By the way, I didn't edit that. That was in the game
Here it is.
or in
Okay, let's
trailer.
use one of Link's new abilities.
Okay. Now you can see this little where the L button is, where the left bumper trigger is. There's a rune there. So I don't know if you hold down the L bumper to kind of scroll through your runes and then just click it once to toggle it. I'm assuming that's how it is. So this is
If you
gonna
do
be
this on the
interesting.
rock that just fell, look, it started rising.
Huh.
This power is known as recall, which rewinds an object's movement.
I wonder.
Since I just used recall on the fallen rock, I can now rise into the sky. We're a lot closer to the sky
So
islands.
aside from using
Let's
that,
use the paraglider to reach one of them.
so aside from using that to
There are a few other
ascend,
sky
I
islands
wonder
floating
what
here,
else
too.
you can use that ability for. You could get really creative with some of that,
made
I'd
it.
imagine.
There are lots of ways to reach the sky islands, so we hope you'll try a few different methods.
Yeah, seems like it.
Okay, now we're on a slightly bigger sky island.
Yeah, see,
Just
I'm
like on the surface, there are several man-made structures.
yeah,
Some
see,
trees
I'm
are also
wondering if
growing
this
here.
possibly is the sky
You won't
island that
see
you
many of those
start
yellow
off
trees
on.
on the
Is
surface,
kind of
though.
your sandbox
Let's walk
until
around
you
for a
get the
bit.
glider. Because it's big, it's huge. You'll see. You'll see. It's pretty damn huge.
There's a branch on the ground. When you find something like this, you should pick it up. It might come in handy later. Let's continue.
A branch.
Oh,
yeah.
something's there. This is a brand new enemy called a construct.
A construct.
We'll fight it using the branch we just picked up. Ah, the branch broke. Not good, not good.
He's like, you
another
stole
branch
my
and-
branch!
We defeated it.
And down you go, baby. Horn.
Moving on.
Okay, so you got soldier
We've now explored more of this sky island.
whatever those
As
constructs
expected,
are.
fighting with just a branch won't get us very far. Also, this branch is almost broken. So
Also-
here's another one of Link's new ability.
Also, it's interesting because instead of apparently on these sky islands, I don't know if the bokoblins are up here. I haven't seen. I again, I combed through this trailer once before. I did a once over of this trailer, and I didn't see any signs of bokoblins anywhere. So I don't. I'm sure they're back. They're clearly in the trailers, but they're. In this, they're not anywhere to be found, so he's just kind of showing off new enemies with these
If we
little
use
constructs
this
and
branch
whatnot.
a rock over here and do this, look, we can stick them together. We created a makeshift hammer.
Okay.
This is called Fuse.
Fuse. Okay, yes, that confirms that it's semi-customizable items. I don't know if you can put these items in your inventory or if they're just like one-time use. I I mean, if you cycle through your inventory, I'm sure you could, but that's actually pretty damn cool. So you don't have to sit down and custom craft them. You can just use a rune to just take what you have in your inventory or take what you have and bing bang boom, there you go, new weapon, more durable weapon. We'll see. He shows they're more
You can
durable.
stick objects together to create new weapons with various effects.
That's pretty
Let's
cool.
take on another construct with this fused weapon.
Yeah,
We're dealing with two of them at once.
that's gonna get annoying real quick.
Oh, we beat one.
Yeah, look at
The
that.
weapon's attack has definitely improved.
Okay. Yeah,
The other
attack.
branch broke, but this weapon has much better durability.
Yeah, that's
You can do all sorts of
Okay,
things by
that's-
experimenting with the
that's-
fuse ability.
actually really
You can
nice.
fuse two weapons, for example.
Oh,
If we take this long stick and fuse it with a pitchfork, we can create
make
a
a
weapon
super
with
long
a much
fork.
longer attack range.
okay.
With this,
I just gotta take a moment to admire that. Look at how ridiculous that looks. He's just got this stupidly long stick with a pitchfork on his back. I just have to admire that. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh.
we don't have to
It's
get
gonna
too
make
close
some
to
cringe
enemies,
setups.
and we can safely attack from a distance.
All of this stuff. Yeah, that's...
You can also fuse arrows with materials in your inventory. For instance, try fusing this leaf to an arrow.
It makes it impossible to aim.
Fuse an ice elemental material to an arrow and you can freeze faraway enemies.
Yeah, so clearly we're not going to get the ice arrows anymore just off the ground. We're just going to have to craft them ourselves, which I have no problem with. I have really no problem with. That's actually pretty nice because coming across some of the items, or coming across the arrows, is kind of difficult. And it's costly, so being able to craft them yourself makes it much cheaper because you could just buy arrows. Just buy arrows and, just buy the individual crafting elements for them. So that's... yes. And down
Very
he goes.
useful. In addition, let's see. There's a bird flying around. If you're out hunting, you might feel that aiming with an arrow is too difficult.
Yeah,
Apparently,
it's
my
quite
eyes can't
difficult,
track
but it is
fast-moving
fun. It's
objects as of
rewarding.
late, so my shots rarely land.
I'm sorry, Mr.
So at times
Mr.
like
Aonumi.
these,
Or Aonumo.
here's an eyeball you can get by defeating monsters. Fuse it to an arrow and
Okay. That's clearly
look,
what
it
you
honed
see.
in on the target.
That is awesome. That is
Let's try this on
awesome.
another bird.
That's that's really cool that you can do that. That's what we
I'll just
see
fire
in the
that
trailer,
general
in the
direction.
gameplay, in
It's
the
very
trailer,
simple.
or in the final
Depending on
trailer.
what you stick together, the fuse ability could also be beneficial for hunting.
So yeah, that is exactly what we saw in the gameplay, or that's exactly what we saw in the final trailer. That's going to be remarkable because yeah, I mean, aiming with arrows can be quite difficult sometimes. So especially having something like Keith's eyeballs, which Keiths are freaking everywhere in the game. I don't know about this game, but if it's anything like Breath of the Wild, they're probably going to be everywhere. They're probably going to be everywhere. So it's not a rare element to be short.
I fused a mushroom to my shield.
Mushroom
now, you're
shield.
probably wondering if this has any use. Well, this mushroom is actually a puff shroom.
A puff shroom.
Let's fight an enemy with this.
Okay.
I blocked with the shield.
Okay.
Okay, there's smoke now. The enemies lost sight of Link, so...
Oh my gosh.
Attack!
Okay. That
Even if
actually
you
makes
struggle
for
with
some...
combat, you can take down enemies using similar methods.
That's awesome.
In the previous game, you'd usually get powerful weapons by defeating strong enemies. But in this game, fusing even the weakest weapon with something else could turn it into a useful weapon. There are
That
even
is
more gameplay
amazing.
options for sticking things together. Let me
That is
demonstrate.
amazing. That is
Some of
incredible.
the Sky Islands even have rivers. We'll want to cross this one, but swimming across it, well, the river's too wide for that. We need a boat.
Boats.
Of course, there isn't anything that resembles a boat around here. So, we'll lift up this log and attach it to a second log.
Oh my gosh. Here we
Let's do
go.
one more.
Here we go. This
We'll
is
bring
how
this
you
over
build.
here and attach a third log.
This is how you build flying
It's a
machines
makeshift raft.
and rafts
This
and
is
such.
another new ability called Ultra Hand.
Ultra
Even though
hand.
the logs are currently attached, they can be detached. Let's modify the shape of the raft. You can always attach things or detach them like this.
Oh my gosh. The fact. Okay, I want to take a second. The fact that you have this ability, the fact that you can make whatever your heart wants, it's gonna be amazing. We're gonna just have some stupidly, ridiculously. We're just gonna have some stupid, ridiculous machines. I cannot wait to see what the Zelda community comes up with, because this is gonna be hilarious. I don't know what the limitations are, but the fact that you could just build, like, literally take. I would imagine you could probably take all those logs and stick them end to end, and then like stick like a little fan blade on, as we'll see.
Now, if we
Just
put this
like one
on
of
the
those little
water,
fan blades.
it's made of wood, so the buoyancy will keep it
And
afloat.
just be able
We've
to
made
make
a simplified
stupid,
version of a boat.
stupid crafts.
However, it
I
won't
love
move in
that.
its current state, so we'll need something to propel it forward.
I guess if you have if you
There's
have the
something
leaf.
here. Let's try hitting it. Oh, wind. It's blowing wind.
So you have a portable
Looks
little
like we
wind
found a
generator.
fan. Why don't we try attaching it?
Not to mention, it has this use.
We'll attach another
Oh
one.
my gosh. I cannot wait to
should make
play
the
with
boat
this.
well
I
balanced.
cannot wait to play with this ability and just see what kind of stupid shit I can come up with.
Okay,
It
they're
is
attached.
going to be
All right, let's try
amazing.
moving the boat.
Amazing, I tells ya. Amazing!
Hey, it's moving. It's sailing pretty fast with the wind from the fans. Since we added 2 fans, we should be able to cross the river in no time. All right, we
What
reached
is
the other
that
side.
thing?
In the most recent trailer, we showed scenes of Link riding a large car and a flying machine.
And
Those vehicles actually aren't in the game from the start. Instead, you'll be able to freely craft them on your own. There are all sorts of objects
That's-
you'll come across in this game. And depending on how you
okay. He clearly. So those vehicles are crafted. That means that those vehicles are pretty intricate. So the fact that you can make quite intricate vehicles means that, I mean, I'm sure there's a limit, but it seems as if your imagination is really your only inhibitor here. Like you're as free to do as your only limit is your imagination here. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be so distracted making the stupidest machines possible instead of actually trying to defeat Ganon. It is going to be when you give me that kind of power, you have given me just the ability to go just nuts. I am gonna have so much fun just crafting stupid flying machines and just pushing the outer limits. That is
use your
incredible.
imagination, you can do a lot with them.
Yes.
So, try crafting different things and explore this
And
world
just
at
beat
your
them with a
leisure.
stick to make them go. Clearly they don't have a
There are
lot
even
of
more new
fuel,
abilities.
so
Take this building over here. Okay, watch this.
Okay, this one we've seen
Look,
before. This
I
one we
passed
saw in
right
one of
through
the
the
early
ceiling.
trailers.
This new ability is called Ascend.
But
If
that's...
you're in a place with a ceiling, you can go through
What's the limit? What's the limit,
to the floor
though?
above you.
Yeah, he's got longer hair.
There are some restrictions, but what's great about this ability is that as long as there's a ceiling, you can use it anywhere.
That's awesome.
For example, this place has a cave with a hill right above it. If we use the ability here,
Go up.
come on.
Swimming through
Keep
the
going.
air.
Okay, we emerged
So
at the top of the hill.
there's quite a lot that you can use that
In the
with.
previous game, you had to use stamina to climb a mountain. But in this game, if there's a mountain with a cave like this one, you can now get to the top without having to climb all the way up.
That makes
Here's another example.
Ascension
Imagine you're
so
stuck in a cage.
much
If it's got
easier.
a ceiling, you know what to do, right?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Oh, there's another construct. It seems to be holding a strange weapon. Some enemies
This-
are equipped with fused weapons,
This
so
is going...
battles will play
yeah.
out a bit differently.
Yeah,
from
this
the
is
previous
going to
game.
make things a lot more interesting.
Ah,
Like, it was
it blew me
always
away with wind.
interesting encountering enemies with
Looks like
different
it's got some sort of
objects
fan.
and different weapons. Oh, no!
Ah, I
Down
got
we
pushed
go.
off.
Down he goes.
Oh well, let's just return to the surface.
Hold up, hold up, hold up. I'm gonna go back just a little bit. There's something I noticed. Okay. Okay. See these little red things? These little red things. These little red circles here. What are those? Are those possibly shrines? Could those... Like, what are they? Oh, man.
You can quickly descend from the sky to the surface like this. It feels so good.
I can't tell.
In the sky, you'll be able to look out across the land. You can also search for destinations that pique your interest. Once you've chosen your destination, you can speed things up, like this. Let's dive into this river.
And with
And we're
that,
back on the
every
surface.
single bone in Link's body is broken.
There are still so many things I'd like to show you, but let's leave it at that for now.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's one of those creatures that you battle, that you
What did you
see
think?
uses the Keese eyeball
Some of
arrows.
Link's new abilities were updated from the previous game. I'm sure some of you watching me play were thinking, wait, if you could do that, then maybe you could do this too.
Oh, yes.
In
Yes,
this
yes,
game,
yes.
you can do a lot of things just by thinking about what's even possible.
Oh, yeah.
There's still a lot of new gameplay, mysteries, and encounters we couldn't show today, but they're all jam-packed into this unfamiliar Hyrule, and we hope you'll use your imagination to explore it.
Yes.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching.
All right. All right, guys. Well, there's a lot to unpack there. There is a lot. First, I want to address the 800-pound elephant in the room. Easily my favorite attribute to this game. The building of your own craft. The building of your own flying machines or whatever. The fact that they've given you that kind of power is unreal. It is amazing. It is stupidly hilarious. And I personally cannot wait to see what kind of stupid machines that I can build just using my imagination. And just trying to challenge myself in making the most ridiculous things that I can think of. It is going to be amazing. And customizable weapons. We have customizable weapons. We can build our own weapons. We can make weapons more durable. We can make sticks more durable with just adding a rock to it. That changes everything. That changes everything. I I mean, like, everyone was complaining about the durability of weapons, but, like, I'm wondering what else you can do with this. Like, what can you add? Like, can you fuse, like, can you get, like, iron ingots and fuse it to, like, weapons to make them more durable? Like, what can you do with actual swords and broadswords and halberds and everything? All these big weapons. You got so much to work with. It's it's unbelievable. Like, I am now convinced that this game is worth $70, even though it doesn't look like it on the surface. All the changes, and those were just that just seems like breadcrumbs what he laid out. There's so many runes he hasn't shown us. Like, how many of the original runes are we going to get back? Are we going to get Magnesis? Are we going to get Cryosis? Are we going to get the bombs? Ah, my gosh, the limits. The limits are just unfathomable. Like, just craftable items in general. And the fact that it's so easy, it's not as, like, ridiculous and convoluted as, like, some of the other crafting mechanics you get in other games. The fact that you can just make them on the fly, I love that. I love that kind of thing. Simplicity. Keep it simple, stupid. That's the motto of the army. We have, my God, my God. I applaud you. I cannot wait for this game. I really cannot wait now. I had my concerns to begin with, but this, I think, single-handedly has resolved all of my concerns that I had. It didn't look all that different from the trailers we got, but now, I mean, this is game changer. This is freaking game changer right here. I am so excited. And I want to know what you guys think of this whole trailer. What you guys think of all the gameplay mechanics that have been added, all the unique abilities that you can do. So hit me up in the comments down below and just let me know, what was your favorite part of this trailer? I would say almost all of it. I loved everything he showed. It's, oh my God, it's going to be so great. But yes, yes. If you guys liked review content and reactionary content like this, please subscribe to my channel. Also, if you like this video, hit that like button. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.